These are the new products. Big J's Axlax, Big J's Prune Juice. So they work together to help you. Hey folks, it's Logger John again, and guess where we are? We're up in the woods again. Gonna get some more firewood. It's Saturday, November the 21st. So far it's a beautiful day. The sun is up here. It's kind of a little, starting to cloud over a little bit. I guess it's the calm before the storm, because we're supposed to get a snowstorm tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow night. Ottawa was saying 10 to 15 centimeters of wet snow. Kingston, it was supposed to be just wet flurries and rain, I guess. So we'll see. So I thought I better get up here and get some more wood cut. So we're in the same place as we were last Saturday. It's where I cut the ash up in there and one there. Today I'm going to tackle some more trees here. Got my truck and trailer sitting there. I got this hickory right here. I'm going to try it. I think I'm going to put it over in here. It's kind of leaning over there. We got a birch though that might be a bit of trouble. We'll see. I'm going to cut some birch anyway, so I might have to cut that birch tree. And there's a maple over here. That's also a bit of a pain, this one. It's a nice maple, but it's all stuck in these birch trees. I got a birch here. Well, it's pretty much dead, that birch. The tree's kind of leaning. Oh, it is leaning back in here. I don't really want it to go down in there too badly, I don't think. I was hoping to try to put it over here. There's a little white oak right there. It'll have to go first, I guess. And then up there, there's a maple. There's a bunch of wood in here anyways that I can cut. Hoping to get a couple loads today. I'm not sure when the next time I'll be up here. Might not be till the new year after this weekend, but we'll see. There's some nice hickory right there too. And there's a big hickory right there, but and then we have this it's quite a bit of black oak in here, or red oak. This is a monster, but I'm not going to cut it. Even if I want it to, it's leaning all back in here really good. But the problem with black oak, or red oak, whatever you want to call it, it makes great firewood, but it takes a couple of years to dry properly, so I'm not really going to cut too much of that. My dad and I cut quite a few black oak logs in here one time. Up through there, and I think we cut some up in there too. But we're just going to go for a walk first before we cut any wood. I'm going to go up here on this ridge. It's pretty interesting, the lay of the land here. This whole area, it's all valleys. It's all little valleys, and most of them basically kind of runs north-south or south-north. There's a valley down in here, and it's just like endless valleys all the way over through there and all the way up here. It's hard to tell on the video, but I'll get up here. Hopefully the sun's not shining too bright in your eyes. We're way up in this ridge. Okay, down in here is the big swamp. I don't know if you can, and it's hard to see, but way over there is Long Pond. I'm going to try to zoom in. The sun's kind of shining. But right through there is a long pond. Okay, try to get out of the sun. So if you keep going right over there, I would say probably down there farther is where I cut wood on some of my videos there, Wood Cutting Maniac, and I think there was one called Another Load of Wood. We had trouble with that one tree. Well, that's just way over there. The road goes out that way to the highway. But that's where the lake road is, over on that other ridge. And we cut wood all along here one time, Dad and I. All along that ridge and down below the hill that was like the logging road. We cut a lot of black oak and some ash. So like I said, if you keep going that way, you know, a kilometer or two, it's all valleys. It's just like up and down, up and down valleys all the way, and swamps. Endless swamps. So I'm going to go back over here. There's quite a bit of wood even in here. But kind of hard to get out. It's kind of neat the way all the valleys, they kind of run south to the north. I guess it's from the retreating ice in the Ice Age. As all, you know, most of the valleys go that way. But if you go down here, it's kind of funny. If you go down here, not too far. Like I cut wood up on here last year on the up on that ridge over there. There's a valley that totally runs from the west to the east almost. It runs all the way from the road all the way back that way, and then all the other valleys run this way. So kind of funny. But okay, well we better get to work. I'm not going to get any wood cut. Before I forget, I want to show you this before we start cutting. This is the first time I brought this saw. This is my dump saw. This is the saw that I found in the dumpster at the local dump. It's a Stihl 026. It does run. I've never cut any wood with it. I had to put a new gas line on it, and I had it running, so I'm going to try it today. So I had to wait a long time for a gas line. I ordered one, they sent me the wrong one, and then I had to reorder it and they sent me another one. Then I just didn't have time to put it on, so a week or so ago I decided to put it on, which is kind of fun. Just goes in there. I had to take the carburetor off to get the gas line on, and then of course the throttle cable linkage comes off, and then so I had to take the handle apart, and it was a big pain, but got it on. Doesn't leak, so I'm going to try it. So this is my free dump saw. Of course I have my 261 Pro, and I brought my Pro 036 today. Okay guys, stay tuned. Okay guys, the first tree of the day, a maple. Oh, you can drive right up there and get it, just got to block it up. Alright, it's a great day in the woods here. Okay folks, we got that cut up. There's quite a bit of wood in that tree actually. Okay guys, we're looking at this hickory here. It's definitely leaning over there, but the issue is We have this birch right there that it's leaning into, but we have this big hickory right here too. So I think it'll go down there, but I'm going to have to cut that birch first. I don't really want to, maybe someday I'm going to cut that hickory, but not today. There's like a lot of wood in that hickory. There's almost 2 trailer loads of wood in it. Okay, I'm going to look at this birch. The birch is, oh, you got an old rotten snag right there. This is leaning up the hill. Okay guys, we got the birch cleaned up and ready to tackle this hickory. We got a little ironwood here I got to cut, and it should go down in there now that the birch is gone. Okay, I'll set you guys up, so stay tuned. Okay guys, that went pretty good. Right down where it wanted to. I thought maybe it would knock that little dead snag there, the little birch, but it didn't. Okay, I stayed with that tree as long as I could. As you, I don't know if you noticed, but I just kept cutting as it was falling, because as you all know, hickory is bad for splitting, barber chairing they call it. So I stayed with it as long as I safely could, and then I made my exit. But yeah, if you don't stay with it and you're cutting, that tree can split. You know, hickory is really bad for that. So anyways, okay guys, we got quite a bit of that cut up. I just have the top to do. But now I broke out the dump saw. That's what I'm going to call it now, the dump saw. It's an 026 still. Basically I found it in the dump. It was probably back in, I think it was back in July. I was at the dump one day, and I don't know if I told you this story or not, but I was minding my own business and sorting out my garbage and stuff. This guy comes in with a truck. He gets out. I didn't recognize him, and goes to the back of his truck, gets this saw, takes it and throws it in the metal dumpster. Well, I'm standing there with my mouth open, like what the heck? So then he leaves. That's all he had. He had no other garbage. He didn't have any other recyclables or anything. He just had this chainsaw. So I don't know what the story is. So I went and fished it out of the dumpster and took it home. It had a full tank of gas and a tank of oil, and the filter in the back here, the air filter, it was just like new. The chain's in good shape. I actually just touched it up there a few minutes ago. It looked a little dull, but I touched it up on the back of my tailgate there. Anyways, I had it running. It was leaking gas, so I put a gas line on it. And I never cut any wood with it, so I'm going to try it out right now. So an 026. They were a good saw. My dad was one of the first actually that was the first steel saw he ever owned, was an 026. The first saw I pretty much learnt to cut wood on was an 026. Before that my dad had Pioneer and McCulloch and some home lights. He always said leave they call them home light because you're supposed to leave them at home. Anyways, in the Pioneer we had an old I forget the number, it was a Pioneer. You couldn't keep the muffler on it. It kept falling off. You could weld it on, you could bolt it, still would vibrate off. And anyways, enough of stories. I'm going to go try it out, so I'm going to set you guys up and we'll see if it'll start up here. Okay guys, well, it runs. There's a bit of oil for some reason on the muffler. There's a bit of excess oil coming out of around the chain for some reason. I'll have to set it. I didn't play with it at all other than put the new gas line on it. I think the chain, I did sharpen it, but it's still a bit dull. I just touched it up really fast. But yeah, it's a free saw, so good backup saw, I guess. I didn't put even any new gas in it. It's the gas from that was in it. It was a full tank of gas. You might have it mixed a little bit strong or something. That's why it's smoking a bit. But if you look at the muffler, there's quite a bit of oil around it, on it. I don't know if that's coming off the chain or. I'll have to play with it, take it home someday and take it apart. And I'm not sure why he threw it away, but anyways, I'm gonna get back to work. Hey guys, okay, just had a break, just finished loading up the trailer. It's all ready to go home. Got the tarp, safety tarp on. I threw some blocks in the truck too, about a dozen big hickory blocks. I got my garbage cans in there because I had to go to the dump this morning before I came here. Okay, we're going to tackle this maple. Somebody's, I've been hearing gun shots up that way. I don't know, deer hunting's over, so I'm not really sure. Oh, I think they still have, what do they call it? Musket hunting. I think that's going on, maybe. I'm not sure. I'm not a hunter, so we still have a little bit of hickory to pick up. There's another one, and then a little bit there of birch. So I'm looking at this maple. It's a really tangled up mess. yeah, I got this birch, a couple little ironwood to cut down. The more I look at it, I know it's leaning back here, which would be a disaster if it went back there, but we'll put a couple wedges in it. I might be able to put it, well, maybe over here. There's a little hickory there, but I might have to cut an ironwood or something, and I could try to put it, because it's kind of, yeah, it might go over there. That way I don't have to cut that little oak, white oak there. Okay, well, stay tuned. Okay guys, on the ground, it's perfect. Unfortunately, hold on, I'm trying to get my tripod. Oops, kind of chewed up my one wedge a little bit, but I needed some new ones anyway. They're not that expensive, so, and they save a lot of work. Wasn't too much holding it, but I didn't stick around too far. All of these dead limbs up there on the birch. Okay, now it's cut up time. Didn't quite get my wedge good there. You can see right here that my wedge cut. I shouldn't have went in that far. Anyways, on the ground. Okay guys, I'm going to be heading out now with that load of wood. It's probably a little after lunch, a little after noon, I think. I got the big maple cut up. Quite a bit of wood in it. So I'm going to come back. There's probably more than one load. Well, I know there's more than one load because I still got some of that hickory and some of that birch over there. I'll come back, get as much as I can on, and then hopefully make it back for the rest of it. And if I don't have a full load for the last load, maybe I'll cut one more tree or something. Okay guys, we're back up in the woods here, and we got the trailer loaded up and the truck. I have some on the truck, and we did get it all on. I didn't think I was going to get it all on, but we did. So that saves another trip up. So we got 2 loads today. Well, really, almost 3 loads, because I already put some in the truck before, and I put some in the truck there now. So it's really almost 3 loads, I guess. That was a good day. I'm not sure what time it is. I think it's about probably 2:30. I'm gonna head home. It's clouded over here now. Looks like it's gonna rain or snow or something. Okay guys, I got home there and put the second load of wood off, so I'm just going to do a quick inventory of the wood so far. So we have all this. There's probably about 3 cubic cord right in that pile. There's 3 rows there. That's some of the first stuff I cut this year, this season. And then there's this pile. There's about 4 cubic here. There's 2 rows up to here, and then it goes into 3 rows all the way down here. So there's 4 there, 3 up there. That's 7. And then this is the latest pile, last weekend and today, last Saturday and this Saturday is here. So basically this morning, or today, I started about here. There was a little pile here. So from about here all the way down I cut today. There's probably I didn't quite have enough to finish this pile, this front pile, but one more tree small tree would have did it. But so there's probably at least, well, if I finish that row, there is probably at least 3 cord there, I would say. So anyways, we got all that. I got anywhere from 10 to 11 cubic here, I would say. And it's all ready to split, of course. Some people wonder why I stack the blocks up like this and not just throw it in a heap. Well, there's a couple reasons. It's easier to split when you don't have to dig through snow and ice and frozen to the ground. All this stuff is up on boards. All this. It's just as easy to stack it up as it is to throw it just off in the pile. And like I say, fight with it, and then it freezes, and then it snows, and then it rains, and then it's all frozen together. Been there, done that. So that's why I put it in piles. It makes it easier to split. And okay guys, just unhooked my trailer. It's around a little after 4 Saturday afternoon. A good day in the bush. Okay guys, we'll talk to you later. Thanks for watching.